How to introduce a business on social media. Did you recently launch your business and now you're ready to promote it to the world? Are you trying to figure out the best way to roll out your new business on social media? If you want to use social media to promote your new business, you're in the right place, because in this video, I'm going to show you how to introduce a business on social media. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, my name is Courtney Sanders. I'm a full-time entrepreneur, life and business coach, as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things, including post on social media. So in today's video, I want to talk about how to introduce a business on social media, especially if it's new. And I don't know if you've watched some of my other videos, but I feel like I'm on a kick where I just want to make all the videos addressing all the reasons why people don't get started. So I just have a lot of sense of urgency around getting people to actually start those businesses. I actually talk about this in depth in my video, the 5 business and money books that changed my finances as a woman entrepreneur, where I talk about really where we're shifting, not just as a society, but globally when it comes to money, right? So for those of you that don't know, I actually have a background in finance. I used to work for the federal government in banking. And so in my free time, I geek out on all the macroeconomic stuff. Like I wait with bated breath for the Fed to give their announcement about raising interest rates and, inflation and CPI data. I think it's so interesting because I think it gives us a glimpse into how the world works and where we're going next. But one thing that really frustrates me is that so many people are just kind of tossed to and fro based on what happens, right? If inflation is sky high, if gases are sky high, they just don't have money that week to drive to work. And it's kind of ridiculous. We need to be in a place where we are in control as much as we can of our destinies, right? So I'm huge on, taking things by the reins and personal responsibility. And I just see with the way things are happening globally and financially and just the way things are moving, so many people are going to be left behind. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're not going to have the financial resources, the economic wherewithal to withstand a lot of what is coming. And so I feel like I get on these videos every day and I'm telling you how to create a business, particularly how to create an online coaching business, because it's one of the few businesses that you don't need a lot of overhead for. You can get started right now. You don't need certain licenses and certifications. Like right now, today, you could start this kind of business. I feel like I do all these videos and I share this information and people come up with all these excuses for why they still can't get started. And so people say, oh, I haven't gotten started yet because I don't have a website. Well, by the way, I created a video on that, how to attract clients even if you don't have a website. But another thing people say is, oh, well, this is a new business and I have to, figure out my social media rollout, right? I have to figure out how to introduce my business on social media. I'm not ready just yet, right? It's like all the excuses people give for not starting. And I want to shake everybody by the shoulders and be like, do you understand what's coming down the pike? You don't have any time to waste. No more of this procrastination. So just be forewarned that a lot of the videos that are coming out that I am shooting are specifically to address all the reasons why you procrastinate. So we did the video on why you don't need a website, and today's video is how to introduce your business on social media so you can finally do it and stop giving excuses for why you haven't launched your business yet. So with that, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing you need to keep in mind when you're ready to introduce your business on social media is to realize that no announcement is needed. I feel like we could turn the video off, right? That's really all I want to say on this video. Girl, if you don't get this business launched, no announcement is needed. You don't need the perfect announcement, right? We think in our heads oh no, I have to have the perfect graphic and do this perfect post, or maybe I need this video trailer or something that lets people know, my coaching business is now open for business, now accepting clients. Here's the thing. Social media is a noisy place. It is. And people don't come on social media for you. They come on social media for content, right? I know most of you probably didn't get on YouTube this morning or this afternoon or whatever you're watching this, whatever time. You didn't get on YouTube for me per se. You got on YouTube because you were looking for content, entertainment, whatever. Same thing with Instagram. Maybe you get on because you want to blow off some steam. You want to see something interesting. TikTok, you want to see some cool dances or something like that, right? So people don't get on social media necessarily for you. They get on for the content. And so if you are delaying launching your business or getting started because you're like, oh, I need this perfect announcement to introduce my business to the world on social media, understand that you're wasting your time, because even if you take 3 months to craft the perfect caption and the perfect photo or the perfect video trailer or whatever, and you finally release it, the truth is only so many people are going to see it anyway. people don't care when you do just one thing. And I think that's the biggest thing. If I could tell you, not just in this video, but just in business and really just in life, is we have to stop putting so much emphasis on breakthrough thinking, right? A lot of people focus on what's the next breakthrough? What's the next big Herculean effort that I can do in order to make something happen? But true change and true progress happens bit by bit. So replace your breakthrough thinking with bit by bit thinking, and understand that the best way to introduce your business on social media is simply to get started and to be consistent. And bit by bit, over time, people will start to remember you, because it's like they see it one time, they don't care, right? I'm just gonna tell you, all that time and you've been procrastinating, waiting on the perfect announcement, you throw it out there, they don't care. They're gonna see it and they're gonna scroll, right? You do it one time, and then you're gonna be further discouraged and further dejected because you spent all this time waiting to introduce your business to social media. You throw it out there, people keep scrolling, you didn't get the, likes and engagement that you wanted, and now you're like, oh, I'm quitting, I'm never posting on social media again because people don't care. Again, breakthrough thinking. Breakthroughs happen bit by bit, not in one Herculean effort. So the first thing to understand is that no announcement is needed. You just need to get started. The sooner you can get started and can be consistent, the better it'll be. That's how you introduce your business on social media. You just throw some stuff out there, which leads me to the second point, which is commit to content, okay? Consistency is the name of the game, not this big announcement, this big introduction. Hey, we're here. You might get a few likes, but people don't care. They're scrolling on to the next thing. If you really want to capture their attention, you have to commit to consistent content. And I know this is daunting for a lot of people, but for me, I batch created in advance. If you can't tell, even though you've been watching my videos, they come out pretty much every day. I record all of these in one shot because your girl is a wife and mom. My husband always needs something. I got 2 kids. A 4-year-old needs something. My 18-month needs something. I don't have the time to show up daily, right? So I batch create my content in advance. I do this with my podcast. I do this with my videos. I even have a special strategy for how I batch content, even on Instagram, that I share with my members in my Next Big Name bootcamp. I share a lot of stuff, including my social media strategy, my templates, how to create content that attracts. So I share a lot of that information in there. So if you want to learn more about it and even get a sneak peek into the platform and what the coaching program actually looks like, you can click the link below in order to check out the application page and apply if you're interested. But regardless, you need to figure out a way to commit to consistent content, because that's going to be introduction, right? Maybe you do your announcement on the first day, people scroll, okay, they keep going. But then the next day you show up and you have a really good live stream. And then the day after that you show up and you have a really interesting quote. And then the day after that you show up, and before long, give it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, people start to look for your content. Where now they're like, I know she posts typically in the morning, typically she's gonna do, they start to look for you. And the crazy thing is they won't wait for the algorithm, right? They'll type your name in the search bar. That's the biggest thing. There's all this, stuff going on. Oh, Instagram, make Instagram again, right? We're tired of Instagram acting like TikTok. How do we get the YouTube algorithm to go our way? Everybody's trying to figure out how to hack algorithms. The biggest hack is consistency. Because if you show up consistently, people will start to look forward to your content. They'll start to look for you, and they won't wait for the algorithm to show you your information. They'll literally type your name in the search bar. So the second thing you need to do if you want to introduce your business on social media is simply commit to content. All right, the third thing you want to do if you want to introduce your business to social media is to be the face of your brand. I don't know why this is, but I find that a lot of people who stall with getting their business out there because they think that they need the world's most perfect introduction often are reluctant to be the face of their brand. It's like they want to put out a corporate statement or like a PR statement, right? Like such and such coaching business is now accepting clients, PR statement. And they want it to be this shining thing on social media. I've already explained why that's not necessary and why that doesn't work, but that also doesn't work because people don't connect with businesses, they connect with people. Why do you think companies like Nike spend millions of dollars to find athletes and celebrities and spokespersons to be the face of their brand? And this is actually one of the greatest advantages that you have as a small business owner, as a solo or small entrepreneur, and even as a coach, is that you're you, right? You don't need to go out and find a celebrity to be the face of your brand because you could just be the face of your brand. So you need to make sure that you are showing up as your actual brand. So it's not just enough to say, I'm XYZ coach and I can help you do this thing, but you need to show up as the thing that you help people with. So if you are a health and fitness coach, show up healthy and fit, right? Post content of you being healthy and fit on your social media. Again, do that consistently, going back to the second point, and you'll find that, again, people will start to look for your content. They'll start to associate you with the concept of being health and fit. If you're a life coach, and I've talked so much, you can check out all the other videos about how you can't just say, oh, I'm a life coach, it's too broad. You need to figure out something within life coaching. But once you narrow down on what your specific angle within life coaching is, show up as that, right? When I got my start in life coaching, it was all around self-discipline, because that was a part of my story, how I used self-discipline in order to get myself back in school and pay down debt and do all of these different things. I made sure that I showed up as a disciplined person. One was posting content consistently. People could see just by virtue of my content going out that I was disciplined, but I would also show pictures of me working out in the gym. I would show pictures of me getting up early to work on my business, of me, again, just showing up consistently. It all demonstrated discipline, so that when I was ready to say, hey, I have this new program or this new product, people had already seen me being the brand that I was promoting, and they're like, oh, I know she's the real deal because I've watched her be what she's selling, and then they were ready to sign up. All right, I have more tips where that came from, but first I wanna hear from you. What social media do you wanna introduce your business on? Share in the comments below. All right, the fourth thing you need to do if you wanna introduce your business to social media is you need to pay attention to the platform. And specifically, you want to make sure that you are creating content in the right way. So I've talked about this in previous videos, but it's so important that you don't just post on the platform the way everybody else is posting on the platform necessarily, but you want to make sure that you are leveraging it so that it is in alignment with your particular strengths. For me, I know that I am a strong verbal communicator. So even on visual platforms like Instagram, which is all about like pictures and images, I still kind of like finagle the tools to let me demonstrate my verbal communication skills. So I will post a lot of video on Instagram, or if I am posting a photo, I will make sure that I am doing long form captions. So that's a great way to introduce your business to social media, because people will start to know you for that style. And that's also how you separate yourself and how you stand apart, right? So you want to respect the culture of the platform, meaning, if people like videos, a certain length typically on YouTube, then you kind of want to keep your videos within that length. That's just for an example, but also use the videos in a way that matches your communication strength, because that's going to set you apart. And so when you introduce yourself on social media, you almost want to establish a style right away, because people will start to look for that style and they'll be like, ooh, I know such and such also talks about, XYZ or whatever it is that you talk about in coaching, but they're like, I like her style, right? I like the way she does her Instagram posts. I like the way she does her videos, and people will gravitate back to you over time versus other people. So pay attention to the platform and make sure that you're creating content in the right way. So the fifth thing you want to do if you want to introduce your business on social media is build your back end first. So if there's anything that you're gonna do before you jump on social media, this is definitely that. And so what I mean by build your back end is you wanna make sure that you have your email capture page, and I talk about this in my video, how to attract clients without a website, but make sure you have some sort of landing page where you're collecting contact information, people's names, email address, maybe even their phone numbers. You also want to have your offers already created. So if possible, at least have an outline of whatever your coaching program is or going to be, or something like that. You want to have automated email sequences that are gonna go out, because you're gonna do all of this work and effort to put your business on social media and to introduce your business on social media. What if people actually like what you have to offer? Then what, right? What if they want to go off social media and learn more about you? If you don't have those things set up, then you're kind of wasting your opportunity. You're spending all this time promoting on social media, but when people are looking for more information on your brand, they can't find it. So I find that if you don't have your back end built out already, it's kind of like pouring water into a bucket with holes. You're spending all this time, how do I get more followers? How do I, grow my social media? You're pouring all this water into the bucket, wondering why the water never reaches to the top. Well, you have all these holes where people are trying to find you outside of social media. They liked your content, they liked the post you did, and they're like, oh, I wanna learn more. But when they go to learn more about you, there's nothing there. There's nothing for them to sign up for, no place where they can enter in their name and email address. They can't get on your email list, text list, whatever it is that you have. It's just like water flowing through the holes in those buckets. So you wanna make sure that you plug those up by building your back end first. All right, if you enjoyed this video, you're really gonna love my Coaching Brand Success Secret Seminar. This is a seminar that I recorded not too long ago, which goes in depth into some of the success secrets that I've used to grow my coaching brand from scratch. So if you're starting right where I was back in the day, you're starting from scratch and you wanna be successful, make sure that you sign up for the seminar. It's completely free. The replay is available immediately as soon as you sign up, and you can sign up and watch it by clicking the link below. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want more where that came from, make sure that you are following me on Instagram. It's CourtneyLSanders on Instagram, where I share behind the scenes of my life, as well as more information just like this. And if you want even more, subscribe to my podcast. It's The Courtney Sanders Show on both iTunes and Spotify. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.